The footage you guys just saw was shot on the brand new Viltrox Epic full-frame anamorphic lens series. Our good friends over at Viltrox were kind enough to send us home with a set of lenses to test out post NAB, and I have to say that for Viltrox's first introduction into an anamorphic lens lineup, these are heavy hitters. For their price point, these have become easily some of my favorite lenses. And I have to say, originally, I didn't really bat an eye at these lenses because when I saw the specs, I'm like, okay, T2.0 at 1.33D squeeze factor, that doesn't seem like a lot, but the images these lenses produce is simply put amazing. Now, here's one thing that we're going to talk about first and foremost. These are not lenses for your everyday filmmaker. If you are looking for something, right, to just go in, run and gun, autofocus, so on and so forth, that's not going to be the lens series for you. These lenses are robust, these lenses are heavy, these lenses feel premium, these lenses are manual. That being said, they are geared to the professional filmmaker. Now, I don't believe that this really negates them from people who are content creators, people who create on YouTube. This is going to be a good set of lenses for those creators if they are willing to deal with those drawbacks. As I said, these lenses are heavy. They come in at about 5 pounds throughout the set. Across the series, they have a 95mm diameter filter thread in the very front, and they are manually geared with the industry standard gear rings. These are also going to be ARRI PL mount 2, which means if you have an EF camera or an E mount camera or an RF mount camera, you're going to need a PL adapter for that as well. Now, the nice thing about this lens series is that they are geared in the same exact places. So when you are going through and you're flipping out your follow focus motor or your aperture control motor, those are going to be in the same place throughout the lens set, regardless of if it's the 35, 75, or 50mm lenses. The throw distance for the focus ring is going to be about 270 degrees across the entire lens set, allowing you to have a very smooth control over your focus. Now, with that being said, when it comes to the look of these lenses, I would describe them as modern cinema. And what do I mean by that? It's a very clean image overall. It has a film-like characteristic without having too many vintage aspects to it. So what you're getting is you're getting a nice clean color reproduction, a nice clean sharpness without being digitally sharp. You're not getting a clinical image, and your equipment functions really well too without distracting from the image. So you don't have a lot of focus breathing throughout the entire focal range. You don't have the D-squeeze factor changing throughout your focal range as well. And with the 1.33D squeeze factor, what you're getting is this cinemascope field of view that makes it feel like your movie should be on the big screen, so to speak. I shot in very, very boring places in my small hometown here, and the lenses just added just enough character for it to feel like it should be in a movie. Everything we shot, whether it was lit with color or lit with just overhead CFL fluorescent lightings, these lenses handled well. Now, these are to my knowledge, front anamorphic lenses, and they do flare blue. So what that means is that you're not going to have the lenses take on a neutral characteristic, right? So whatever the light source is, it's going to flare blue. So if you have the sun, that's the color that your lens flare is going to be. And the last thing I want to mention about these lenses is that because of their sensor coverage, if you have a camera capable of shooting open gate, when you de-squeeze at that 1.33 factor, you're going to get a resolution that is similar to Cinema 4K. So that's going to be about a 1.85 ratio when it comes to your final D-squeeze. So you're going to get a lot more vertical coverage on top of that extra horizontal coverage as well, leading to a very unique image overall. Personally though, I did prefer shooting just regular full frame with these lenses. The only drawback that I saw to these lenses that I did not like was that the 50mm that I have has a very, very tight focal ring. And so what happened when I would try to calibrate my follow focus, my Tilta Nucleus M, I did have issues where it thought it was running into a hard stop when it was just some lens tightness. So that is something that perhaps Viltrox should be out on the lookout for with respect to the quality control, just making sure that they're firm and they stay in place, but they're not so firm that the equipment we're used to using doesn't quite work out. My final thoughts are simple. This is a great set of glass, and for its price point, with all three coming in around $7,500, this is really a no-brainer for any professional filmmaker who understands that these are supposed to be workhorses and that you're going to need the equipment to make them workhorses. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give me a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications. If you have not, follow me on social media as well as the YouTube fam. The links are in the description down below. My beautiful people, now more than ever, if you are ever feeling uninspired, uncreative, or just want to give up on life, remember, every day airplanes take off against the wind. Keep climbing, stay inspired, and as always, stay fabulous. I'm Sydney. I'll see you beautiful people next time. Peace out.